Enemy spy plane inbound. Securing B. Losing A. B locked down. Securing Alpha. Secure. Maintain current posture. Lost Charlie. Took A. Taking Bravo. Charlie secure.
I'm gonna try the rock weed next. The main problem I tried pinging it, but I think it's good. I don't know, you gonna play Memoir 44? And hope that I don't lag out.
Hello everyone, thank you for watching today's episode. We are looking at the LW3 Tundra bolt action sniper rifle, and with that said, I'm going to show you my GUNSMITH loadout. But before I do, I actually want to show you some of the tactical equipment I have, which is I have the stim shot and the tomahawk. And the reason why I went with the tomahawk instead of some of these other ones like frag grenade, C4, Semtex, and so on, is because, for one, the satisfaction of getting the tomahawk kill. But instead of trying to shoot a guy point blank with a hip fire no scope, which is fine, right? I found it to be a lot more easier, believe it or not, to just get a really nice tomahawk kill. So for me, I have my tomahawk key, or my throw key I should say, for lethals bound to my thumb. So when I hold the mouse with my right hand, I hit, what is it, mouse button 4 I believe, or 5, I can't remember, and my thumb's right there, and I could just get a quick throw off and get the kill. So it was really nice. It looks cool, obviously. And knowing that your success rate on getting the kill is going to be far more greater than shooting from the hip with this gun anyway. Because once you see the GUNSMITH loadout I have, it focuses more on a combination of aim down sight, which is ADS, and also sprint to fire time. So, alright, let's take a look at it. And of course, I'm sorry, I got the wild card of gunfire to pull this loadout off. I recommend you do the same. And as far as the GUNSMITH loadout, here it is. As far as the optics, you really want to grind it out until you get the Royal Kross 4X. But in reality, you really want to max out this weapon. And when you first start out, it's going to seem like it may seem like it's not even worth using this weapon, but trust me, the reward is just tremendous, as you've seen in those clips. You know, I was able to rack up quite a few kill streaks and so on. So now, as far as what I used with the reticle, I do actually want to show you that real quick, because why not? So I'm sorry, I gotta go back. Alright. There we go. My bad. Alright. So I went with this one right here. It's called Clean Living. I know there might have been like maybe 2 or 3 clips that actually show it with the default one. You're not going to see it here, but in the clips it showed it. It's got that little red reticle in the middle. Actually, it looks a lot like the Cyclops, except for it doesn't have the holographic redness that you see right there. So the reason why I switched from this to the Clean Living one, from the Cyclops and the default, is because I noticed that I was actually missing quite a few shots. If you use this, or even the default one, what will happen is, while you're aimed in, a lot of times you'll miss the opponent, I don't know, like maybe 2 centimeters off. So let's say you're aiming for the head, you think you're getting the headshot, and it's like just slightly off where it's passing by like their neck or their shoulders. I found that to be quite annoying. You know, maybe you have more success for it, and you know what, if you actually end up liking it, I mean, hey, props to you on that. But for me, I found this one right here to be a lot more precise on the aim. I was able to get way more kills. So, alright, so that's what I'm using for my reticle. Again, I was using the was it the Royal Kross 4X? Yeah. So, you know, I just felt as though that didn't, you know, zoom in too much Because I'm more of a running gun player. I don't want to be just camping in the back trying to get people, you know, wait for people to walk by. I like to run in there, get kills. I like to do the unconventional things. And if that's you as well, then yeah, I would highly recommend going with this, because you're going to be able to get a lot of medium to long range kills without any problem anyway. So, and then if you get, you know, no scopes, which I don't really see getting a lot of those. You really need to, you know, use ADS on those. But if you happen to get them, then hey, that's great too. Alright, so also looking at the muzzle. Now, some people want to do these things that give them 100% muzzle flash concealment. The only problem is, in order to use the LW3 Tundra, I personally only recommend using it on non-hardcore. So, you know, when I was using this on hardcore, I mean, yeah, I have like, what, 2 or 3 clips in which is on hardcore. The amount of kill streaks I got was night and day difference compared to using it on just regular core. And what I mean by that is, you have a fighting chance if you use this loadout, or this weapon and loadout, I should say, on the core game types. You know, team deathmatch, domination, heck, even search and destroy, and so on. And when I say you have a fighting chance, it's like, you know, if a guy sees you and even nicks you in hardcore, you're just immediately dead. You know, at least with this, like, if you get nicked, you can still, you know, maybe use a stem shot, replenish your health, get the shot off, and so on. And the balance just feels a lot more smoother. But anyway, when I was testing out some of these, like this one right here, the sound moderator, it just seemed like you had to maybe shoot the guy like twice to get the kill. And, you know, let's face it, you're using a sniper rifle. That's kind of annoying. So some of these other categories, I mean, you might have success with them, but as far as what I was doing, you know, I just felt as though it was more important to have quicker ADS. So for instance, this last one, it sounds appealing, right? 100% flash concealment. Again, you know, that's going to affect the knockdown power. It's going to affect the damage. Yeah, it's nice that you have the plus 21% idle sway control. But look at the 88, yes. Immediately it takes off 20% on that. And again, minus 25% bullet velocity. That bullet velocity is going to affect you being able to kill the target with one shot. So out of all of them, believe it or not, I just stuck with the first one. Plus 14% idle sway control and no cons. So, alright, moving along. As far as the barrel, I felt as though the best overall one to really give it really great balance was the 28.2 inch Tiger Team barrel. As you see here, it's got the plus 20% damage, plus 21% fire rate, plus 50% bullet velocity. Those 3 things, I mean, you know, without having a plus damage, yeah, you're looking at 1 to 2 shot kills on regular mode. And then the fire rate definitely helped because it was nice to be able to not wait as long to shoot the next bullet, or get the next round off, I should say. And then of course you need increased bullet velocity because, you know, by default it's just this gun shoots too slow. So, and then if you look at the cons, you're not sacrificing any ADS at all, or sprint to fire time. So that's another thing that you really need on this weapon. Alright, so on the body, you know, you want to get to this point right here. Plus 60% reveal distance ADS really helps on maps that have the longer range sniping. Like for instance, you know, Express, you know, you're aiming way far down long hallways, or just, you know, greater distances, satellite, maps like that. You know, these other ones, you know, it's more focused on hipfire accuracy. I did try it, and, you know, it did seem like it somewhat helped. But here's the thing: if you're going to be using this loadout that I mentioned before with the tomahawk, well, when you get stuck in those situations, try to get out of the habit of doing the hipfire anyway. You know, if you're point blank with the guy, I don't care if he's using a shotgun, machine gun, whatever, you want to be able to just quickly use your lethal, and you're gonna see yourself getting a lot more of those kills with these. With the tomahawk, for instance. So, but if you're the hipfire guy, I mean, hey, more power to you. It's just that I'm just trying to show you guys, of course, my particular loadout. Because, I would like to hear that some people did use this loadout and found great success with it. I will still be using this gun probably for a while because it's awesome with this particular loadout. So, alright, moving along. The underbarrel. Out of all these, when you first start out, you may have the option of the front grip and the infiltrator grip. Definitely go with the front grip. You're going to notice that the plus 30% vertical recoil control, as well as the horizontal, is a lot better than using the infiltrator grip. And of course, the one you really want to go for is the bipod, because it gives you the plus 50 vertical and horizontal recoil control without sacrificing any ADS on the cons. Yeah, you lose minus 5% sprinting move speed, but it's not that big of a deal. And as far as the magazine, I just stuck with the 7 round. There is this other one where I was using the fast mag, but I ended up only having I think it was like 5 rounds. Yeah, 5 rounds. I mean, yeah, you reload quicker, but it just seemed like having the 7 rounds overall was best, because some of these other ones you sacrifice ADS. See, this one, Pwnage 9 round, you lose 15% ADS time, and it does make a difference, the ADS time. Even this one, even though it only seems minus 6%, I'm telling you, it makes a difference. Same with this one. So I just highly recommend just sticking with the 7 rounds. It's enough. 5, it's debatable depending on your playstyle. But I kind of went back and forth between the 7 and the fast mag, and then I decided that sticking with just 7 was a lot better to accomplish the bigger kill streaks. Like, let's say anywhere from 4 to 7 kills. So, alright, and as far as my handle, like if you watch any of my other videos, I'm a big fan of that airborne elastic wrap. The main reason for it is you get that plus 12% ADS time, you get that plus 90% flinch resistance. You do need that, mainly because, if the enemy is shooting at you, it's just like in real life, you're going to naturally, you're going to flinch. Well, being able to have plus 90% flinch resistance means you're not really, you're getting kind of immune to the flinching, if you will. And that helps you be more accurate and get the shot off. So, highly recommend that. And if you look at the cons, it's not that big of a deal. You're not losing any ADS. You're losing a little bit of sprint to fire time, but you're going to make up for it with the other categories. And then last, I went with the tactical stock on this one. But I actually was thinking about going with some of these other ones. Like for instance, I do like the idea of having the plus 25% aim and walking movement speed. But if you look at this one, it says you minus 3% hip fire accuracy. There is some times in which you do want to use it. Like you saw in some of my clips, I do get a few no scopes. So, I've been using like the Pwnage 703, for instance, and on that one, it seems like it's a lot better to get the Raider pad compared to tactical stock. But again, it's just your own personal preference. But these two are pretty much tied. I wouldn't say that I'm going to endorse one set tactical stock versus one set Raider pad. Those two are really a toss-up. So there you have it as far as my GUNSMITH loadout. Again, if you use this, use it for non-hardcore. I highly recommend it. And then as far as what kind of perks to use, me personally, if I'm running around doing run and gun, I want to be able to see where those annoying proximity mines are with the engineer perk. I like the idea of also, of course, picking up ammo off of people, and then you know, having the ninja thing, perk, I should say. It's not really like you're tiptoeing around, but you know, it's not dead silence from COD 4, but it's the closest thing to it. So I did consider using, instead of the gunfighter, using the was it Lawbreaker? Yeah. If I can just have multiple perks in one category, and what I was thinking about doing is Ninja, Ghost, and Gung Ho. But the only problem is, of course, by doing that, I'm not going to be able to have as much attachments with the gunfighter. So as the saying goes, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Anyway, really enjoyed showing this particular video on this sniper rifle, bolt action. And I'm looking forward to doing more videos on some bolt action sniper rifles. In reality, there's only 2 in the game right now. The Tundra that you see right here, and the Pwnage 703. But there's different loadouts, of course, that we can do. So, you know, I might do one in the future that just uses the default scope, or maybe some of these other optics on some of these other ones. Just got to kind of play around with it a little bit. So, alright guys, that's about it for today's episode. I thank you again for watching it, and we will see you on the next one.